The soul goes to the underworld possessing nothing but its education and upbringing, which are said to bring the greatest benefit or harm to the soul in the next world.
Okay, you see here, you've gotten yourself into a bit of a predicament. You just contradicted your own argument.
I have? How so?
You are trying to persuade us right now that the soul is not composite and that it's invisible and that there is some divine aspect to it. So then how can, if we go forth after death, how can we just go with our upbringing and education? Isn't that changing what you said about the soul?
This is a serious objection. If the life of the body has that much power to shape the soul, then surely it's more important than you give it credit for.
I see what you mean. This is a serious objection. If we're to accept that the body and the experiences one sustains in the body have the power to alter the course of the soul, that casts doubt on all of the reasoning I've been doing so far. Let me attempt to answer your argument as best I can. You have all been to the law courts on many occasions, have you not?
Indeed we have, Socrates.
And many of you have served on the jury, correct?
It is as you say.
In the cases you have witnessed, did you ever feel that a particular sentence was unjust?
By Zeus, Socrates, it is so. Your own trial, for instance, was an injustice.
And how was it that you decided that the sentence had been an unjust one?
Well, Socrates, your theory of forms does account for that. By understanding the common idea that we call justice, in which all just things share, we can discern if justice is present in the verdict or absent in another.
Is an unjust argument a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, naturally it's a bad thing, Socrates.
And likewise, is a just argument a good thing?
It is.
However, can you say that any one verdict has the power to change the nature of justice itself? After an injustice has been done, can you say that the nature of justice itself isn't the same afterwards?
I think I see what you're saying, Socrates. I guess one verdict can't change the meaning of justice.
Indeed, only with an unchanging standard is it possible to decide if something is just or unjust in comparison to it.
It is the same with the soul. Its true nature is immortal and cannot be altered. But the treachery of the senses keeps us from understanding the soul's true nature, and as such, our actions can either be in accordance with the nature of the soul or in discord with it. Acting in harmony with the true nature of the soul by practicing philosophy and by refusing to give in to gluttony or lust, that is a good thing, and it leads to good consequences. On the other hand, acting in discord with the soul and obeying only the body is a bad thing and can lead to bad consequences. In this way, our actions may lead the soul to a more or less pleasant journey into the afterlife. But throughout all this, the true nature of the soul remains unchanged.
By Zeus, Socrates, you're the most interesting philosopher in the world.
I don't always die, but when I do, I prefer hemlock.